you for joining us for the Career Opportunity Panel in Digital Health. How can further study equip clinicians and other professionals who aspire to progress a career in digital health?
Further study, I think that's our life, isn't it? As academics, as clinicians, it's all about continuous learning. I don't think I'll ever stop learning, nor do I ever want to stop learning. And one of the biggest learnings I've had in the fellowship has been having or coming to terms with the humility that that's the case. When I was trained or did my PhD, we consistently had this vision that the PhD was the end, that you'd achieve this elusive goal of knowledge at the end of the PhD, but actually it's just the beginning. And so in the past 3 years, I've learnt that I need further training to advance my research and health goals in epidemiology, for example, or public health. But I'm excited by that because I'm excited by learning.
For me, completing my master's in health management was very important, particularly working for the federal government, which is sort of taking digital health into a bit of a policy space, and then also in the context of clinical information requirements when you're designing, national infrastructures and national digital health solutions. That degree actually opened up my eyes to the role the policy legislation could play and helped me to even deeper understand the complexity of Australian healthcare system.
One thing that I would like to highlight is one thing that I wish I would have learned earlier is, I think, understanding the problems when you work in a team. I think this is something that we as engineers, I as an engineer, I never learned that. I think we always learned, well, here's a problem, there's a solution, but that actually understanding that problem, I was mentioning that earlier, that's actually the challenge. I think coming up with the right question first before trying to find a solution. And that's something that, I think you only learn when you go into the team and expose yourself to the actual problems. And that's also what I often recommend to students when they ask me, how can I learn a certain technical skill, for example, how can I learn Python, how can I use machine learning, how can I learn statistics? And what I often say is, well, pick an interesting problem and then learn along that problem, right? And then you will find what you actually need to learn to advance. And that could be through formal training, courses, project management, whatever is available, whatever you need. But I think it's always good to look in a problem-focused space.
One of the big things I learned, and I wish I'd learned it earlier, is actually nothing to do with technology, but it's about people and about leadership and having those leadership skills. My latest deep dive into that topic has been around making sure I've got the leadership skills that modern leaders need, that curiosity and the need for ability to impart wisdom quickly. The ability to be able to quickly adapt, to learn new skills very quickly.
Doing formal education as an opportunity cost, right? So you could be doing something else instead of that, and sometimes that is also very valuable, right? Practical experience. So one thing that I guess this group has done well is that it runs things like journal clubs and grand rounds and things, so even people who are not doing formal education are essentially part of a learning community, and the more we can keep that going, the better.